What's up, guys? We got to do it old school today because we've got a guest, so that's kind of where we're at. I don't know if there's a better way to get the phone staged. Probably just keep it this way. I don't want to risk messing it up. It's been a while since I did it like this. You guys see and hear me okay then? Surprised you're even awake, Eli. What's up, Ox? What time did you get up? I'm super interested in hearing about it. What's up? There's two Oxes. There's Caleb up above, and then there's Hofferbert. What's up? I haven't done it this way in a little while. What's up? What's up, 10th inning? Will I see you Saturday at the show? Oh, yeah, we got to ask him about the Knicks. What's up, bro? Huh, that's cool. Hi, Jack. All right, Jack, make sure you don't overpost and blow up my YouTube. Let's keep it professional. So we'll do some pack rips and some blaster auctions and stuff. I slammed one of those P3s, is what I had. And then for my break club guys, we're still going to do the break club draft breaks that we didn't get to yesterday. We'll rip those once we switch back to the OBS setup. Let me put something on the stage here for you. Let's put Ninja's Disney neon break over here. He said he'll do 3 for 30 on that. Kind of give everybody a chance to roll in. Yeah. So yeah, we get the auction break tonight. I'll be back at 9 o'clock for the VeeFriends auction break as well. Forgot I had this. Look at that bad boy. That's from the industry conference. What's up, Patrick? Yeah, anybody can get a deal. You have to actually ship it. So yeah, when we're all done and we rip the Break Club draft stuff, I'll switch over to the OBS setup. We'll rip some baseball and see what else we can get done. What's up, Steve? Mike, Patrick, Matt, Ninja. What's up, Lane? It's a vintage. Yeah, get it. We got everybody. Not everybody, but yeah, Lane's crushing it. All right, in case I miss it, watch for Gary to show up because I've got to invite him as a co-host. All right, so if you want, this is going to be limit one, guys. Limit one. Grab a pack. We're going to do live pack rip. We're going to burn through a hobby box when Gary gets here. So limit one. Way, way, way under market. That's pretty much my cost. I had Big Nate hook me up with some too, and then I had my one case from Fanatics. So YouTube guys, come over to MidwestBoxBreaks.net and jump in. Let me know you're over here. I got some free stuff for pretty much everybody that gets in this week. So win an auction, or if it's your first time this week, I got a ton of free stuff, especially if you're into VeeFriends too. All kinds of freebies. Limit one on those. Limit one. No. I can do the tornado alarm if you want, the tornado siren. ISO, we need to get you a real name, man. Hopefully that's not Gary. He's already in there. He had an account from last year when he was on. Oh, MTV Mike on a new computer. He's incognito. It's undercover boss, undercover troll. It's the new hobby show. Undercover troll. Need to do that. Hire somebody. It's like a hobby troll, but he just goes into like Walmart and trolls the guy in produce. Then maybe he goes to like the movie theater and trolls the guy that butters the popcorn. Yeah. I've seen that AI version MTV. He creeps me out a little bit. So check out all. Mitch hooked me up with some of this stuff too. I got a whole row of VeeFriends super stickers from last year. We can give away with the auction stuff tonight. Get your bids in. I think there were still like 100 characters with one bid for tonight. And then balls to the wall, literally. Stole this whole bag of vending machine VeeFriends balls. Let's crack one of these open. I can't even tell you where I got them. Stole them. This card was given away at the industry conference. When they first came out, they were going. We had ours priced for the show at like $250. That was the comp. I think they're down to about $50 now. What's up, Streeter? All right, let's see what's in this one. Got to be careful cracking these open. I think if you swallow them, they will grow in your stomach until they slowly take over. Got no nails. 2 marriages and a bunch of kids will do that to you. A little barcode to see the checklist and see everything else. See all the socials. Look at that. Little pencil topper. Guys, say hi to Derek. He's here to spread SARS and bird flu on everything today. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do some we'll do an auction for a blaster, maybe some blaster packs. Got the auction tonight. Again, most auctions, one gets a VeeFriends blaster. Anybody that wins 2 auctions will be entered for the second chance drawing. Yeah, I might have some, Phil. I might have super stickers from last year. And then again, later on, after the dust settles, I'll rip the Break Club drafts that were supposed to go yesterday. So I'll switch over to the OBS setup, rip the baseball. I've still got 4 Series 1 hobby boxes. Maybe we rip those tomorrow or next week. I don't know. Some Topps Chrome football blasters. We don't have to necessarily rip that stuff today. We can wait till tomorrow or next week. Next week's Inception also. Whatever you guys want to do. But I can definitely rip the Break Club stuff today. And we'll come back tonight for the auction hobby half case. Kind of see how it goes. Yeah, get your bids in tonight. As soon as I see that Gary's in here, I'll send him the little invite to co-stream with me. We'll hit him with some quick Q&A, and then we'll start ripping some stuff. Guys working today? You at lunch? What's going on? Yeah, there you go. Use the Set Builder network. I just had a P3. When's the baby actually due, Andrew? Working. Due on Monday. Wow, so anytime. Well, I don't want the whole show to be about the Knicks. We can ask him like one Knicks question, maybe. A lot of spreadsheets. That sounds exciting. My friend at my old job is feeling it there, and I'm like, yep, I don't miss that part of it. He was vending to me this morning. Glad I placed all my bets on game 3, though. And then we had it on in the background while Furtman was ripping last night. And I asked my son, I'm like, I was setting up all the pre-sorting stuff. And I'm like, what's the score? He's like 66-40. I'm like, yep, I'm going to go ahead and just go to bed. Crazy. Gary was there. I saw some of the footage and stuff. How insane. Oh, yeah. And considering he's my age, so he's never seen the Knicks. I mean, he's seen them come close, but I've seen him in a Yankees hat. I've never actually confirmed that he's a Yankees guy. Never confirmed it. Maybe he's neutral, like Yankees and Mets. I don't know. I know he had a bunch of Mattingly stuff. I bought Mattingly stuff from him, like the first national I went to. So he wasn't even around in '86, Farb? Yeah, wow. Yeah, goat. I think I bought a Maris there too. We'll have to dig through all the Yankee stuff one day and see. I think I bought the 62 Maris. That's the wood one, right? The one the 87 copied off of. Yeah. I think I bought that Maris, and I can't. If you put Mattingly rookies in front of me, I have trouble turning away. It's my kryptonite. Yeah, so it's funny that national. I think that was the one he had the tops, the small like top set in the box, and you could buy them from the tops booth and then take them to his booth and make like an extra $10 a box off of them. And there was like arbitrage from the tops booth to his booth. It was the funniest thing. You could you could flip them for a $10 profit between, and the tops people at the booth were like, "What's going on?" I think I was 19 because I didn't go in 18. 18 it was Cleveland, and I was gonna go, but I had just started doing this, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna wait." Yeah. Speak of, there's a Mattingly right there. All right, Mitch is in. Wonder if there's any chance he's in here. Let me see if. My God, it's been forever since I did this too. Let me try to tag him. If you guys updated the app, there was an app update too. Stage is empty. Invite to co-host. Let me see if this works. In what way, Ethan? Somebody else, I think they did do. There was an update yesterday, I think, or at least that's when I updated mine. Yeah, it'll actually, your phone will start melting if you don't ship everything within 7 days. Ethan, maybe it's time for glasses. Have you gotten to that point yet? Glasses and maybe some shaving cream, Ethan. Oxy pads. I use a desktop. I've never tried to ship from my phone. I've got a laptop dedicated just for shipping. I don't. Can you even ship from your phone? I don't know if I want to try that. I do the opposite of bulk. I do a thing that's less productive, like one at a time. I don't. I'm sure there's a faster way on my shipping process, but I mean, it's not super unproductive. But if I really lock in, I can knock them out pretty fast. Problem is, print a label, check a message, print a label, check a message, print a label, answer a DM, print a label, answer a DM, print a label, answer a DM. All right, so I think I just got a message about him pushing to 1 o'clock. Hang on a second. I'll be right back. Let me look at this. All right, so he's going to push to 1 o'clock. Let's go ahead and rip these packs. Unless you guys want to wait and do something else till he gets here. Oh, I bet he probably had a late start. I mean, it's only 45 minutes. Do you want to auction a blaster real quick? You want to do that? Want somebody to crack off the action and auction a blaster? If you guys need to go wrap up your lunch or go BS your boss about something, did you copy that, Ivan? They had to push back to 1 o'clock. Yeah, let's I've seen these go as high as $70. Let's take a shot. Here we go. All right, here we go. VeeFriends blaster ripped live. Now Ethan probably wants to set this at 10 seconds. I'm going to set it at, let's go 30 seconds. Ethan will probably fall asleep in that time, grow a beard. Ethan, you'll find out when you get older, you can do a lot in 30 seconds. There you go. Let's do it. 30 seconds. Show me what you got. Eloy probably hears that all the time. Yeah, one of those kids was adopted, too. There's technically 4. Ripped live. I'll throw in a vending ball too. We'll throw in a vending ball. All right, Rosen. Good luck. You don't have a choice, David, because I put it in as ripped. Have any of you guys picked any of these up in the wild? They're still out there. There's a list published somewhere of everywhere you can get them. I'll say everywhere from Target to Dick's. GameStop, you just got to go out and explore. Let's see what you got in your ball, Dave. Hopefully not assist or anything. Yeah, they're out there. You can still find them. Last year's still going crazy. Yeah, I hit the EQL for 5 megas. Brandon got a couple too. He's sending me some megas. And shout out Big Nate. Big Nate hooked me up too. Really struggling cracking these open. There we go. Really, Miller? Really? Holy cow. Are you keeping them all? What do we got here? It's the robot. He comes off as a little slimy, but I think he's all right. I think it's just the appearance of it. That's pretty cool. That's for you, Dave. Dave, don't consume this because it will grow in your stomach. You guys have ever seen those? It'll grow in your stomach. Yeah, don't get it wet. Remember those? You put them in water, and then after like 3 days, nothing. And then on day 4, it was the top of it was pushing up against the ceiling, punching through your drywall and stuff. Yeah, it's got a kind of I'm terrified to send that through the postal system, Dave. I'm going to use the Brake Lab facility here real quick. All right. Good luck, Dave. Dave, no room for attitude today. It's all positive energy. Can you do that for me? Can you bring the positivity? Yeah, oh, dude. Imagine what it's like interacting with me every day. Furtman, my old co-workers, my family. Yeah. Brandon. My wife, I don't even want to know what it's like. I couldn't do it. All right, genuine draft. Has anybody looked at the checklist yet? Expanded checklist. Tons of new characters, new inserts. From what I can see, an erupt is what we want. Mr. Beast. Is that a refractor? Mr. Beast. I wouldn't call him Jimmy Donaldson to his face, but that's his real name. That's Josh Donaldson's little brother. Furtman's PC. Mr. Beast. Focus Falcon. The yellows are more rare. Yeah. We'll have to top load the yellows. There's very, 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 very lucky black cat. If you remember last year, we hit the 1-of-1 autographed sketch card. That was huge. He has aura, according to my son. Sperm whale, driven dragon, calm clam, productive puffin, boisterous beaver. What's this insert? Because I had to rip a blaster last night, and I pulled one of these. I forget who I hit, but those might be one per box. Notorious Ninja. Way better than the Ninja we got. We got a Ninja Squirrel in our group. This one's Notorious. Caleb, yours would just be Drink Spiller. Drunk Drink Spiller. Yeah, we got a Ninja Squirrel. Got the short end of the stick. Keen Kingfisher. Curious Knowing. That's a balanced battle. Curious Crane and Knowing Gnome. I'm going to say yes. Be a good question for him. Dialed In Dog. Lit Lamb. Spontaneous Seahorse. That's another yellow. I think there might be 3 yellows per box. Ponder It From All Angles. Kindred Kangaroo. Gentle Giant. Looks like a young Greg Rimmersma. Klutzy Caleb. I'm down. You want to do MBB, friends? What, Klutzy Caleb in there? Exhausting Eloy. Would you guys be disappointed if you pulled a exhausting Eloy? Green to 99. All right, that was for Rosen. All right, let's jump in with an Elvis pack real quick. Jailhouse J. There's the gum. Some gum from 1978. One of you guys want to eat this gum from 1978 for $10? No, you're not. Snap answered that with a yes. It's like almost complete powder. These are from 78. Do you know Elvis's manager? Yeah, this is your box, Eloy. Elvis's manager actually made buttons that said, "I hate Elvis," and sold those as merchandise and made money off of them. I hate Elvis buttons. I thought about making I hate MBB buttons and selling them at the National. All right, let's auction another one. Let's do another one. Duplicate. And let's go. Let's rip another one. Well, I knew it before the movie came out, so. Let's rip another one. Rosen, I'll just keep your greasy ball if you want. Doesn't seem like you appreciate it too much. Whoever gets next, I won't open it, but I'll give you one if you want. I won't open it. That way you can deal with it. All right. And your winner is the GOAT. Although it hasn't come across yet. All right, you don't want the ball. How come it hasn't come through yet, Eloy? Oh, there it is. All right, Eloy. Good luck. Eloy the goat. Exhausting Eloy. Good luck. I'll see what I can do. Bossy Ben. I am a little bossy. Somebody's got to be in charge. I got a shirt from Marcus Lemonis that says I'm 100% in charge. They don't just give those to anybody. One day I'll pass that shirt on to one of you guys. You'll have to grow into it. Auctions are still live for tonight, guys. Get your bids in. Get your bids in. We'll rip at 9 o'clock. I looked last night, and there were 117 that only had one bid for $1. 117 with one bid. So whoever wins the most auctions gets their own blaster. Anybody that wins 2 or more is in the second chance drawing. Empathy Elephant to 250. Yeah. Whoever wins the most gets a blaster. Anybody that wins 2 or more is in the second chance drawing. Yellow. I'll probably top load all the yellows. There's Heart Trooper. Wily Wild Boar. Mojo Mouse. No, the draft breaks will rip today. Draft breaks will rip today after we're done ripping this stuff and done talking to Gary. We'll switch over to the OBS. I can't have a live guest on the OBS setup, so we've got to do it this way, and then we'll switch over to the OBS with the ticker and everything, and then we'll rip those two. Each pack, the delay will equal how long you guys took to pick between packs. Genuine Giraffe. Yeah, so these must be one per box because I hit one in my box too. Yeah, so time to be determined. Gary just pushed us back to 1 o'clock. So Stoic Slime. Huh. Stoic Slime. Here's a Gary B. Slay and Slug. Tremendous Tiger. Your poor relationship with time is your biggest vulnerability. Boy, that hits close. Fearless Fairy. Impeccable. Innistranet. I should have went to college. Always strikes with 100% intent to create the best outcome. Aspiring Alpaca. Goat was raising alpacas and trying to sell them online. eBay shut him down. All right, we'll top load that. Yeah. Then again, I've got a little bit more Series 2 hobbies. We can wing it, try to whip something up today. I may not stream tomorrow. I don't know yet. I've got some more stuff coming tomorrow. I'm trying to save the hobby packs for when Gary's here. But get your bids in. This will be the cheapest VeeFriends break all across the hobby until we can start getting some more people over here. It'll easily be the cheapest one. All right, let's do another auction. But yeah, there's somebody could go through and bid the $1 up to $2 and probably take the lead in 100 auctions right now. All right, let's do another one. And go. Remember, your shipping's closed if you were in the Series 2 PYTs yesterday. Any of the 10, close your stack. And then Brandon's back tomorrow night. Get his football closed and his hoops closed. The next week will be Inception. You know what, Farb? I think it just comes down to if it's something people PC, maybe. Mitch. Now, on some of them, I know there's different rarities and everything. Congrats, Mitch. I've retweeted and posted in MBB chat some of the odds on like the Erupt and some other stuff. Looking, yeah, there's definitely new characters this year. Look in MBB chat, and then I posted some stuff in the MBB Marketplace general chat, and then I retweeted some stuff too. Anne, who's a big VeeFriends supporter and member, did a whole write-up and spreadsheet and graphics and everything of the rarities of all the characters and everything. It's a nice breakdown where if you hit something in a blaster or a hobby box, wherever you can kind of tell. I think there's several cards that have gone for like $5,000 or $6,000 already, and yeah, even before release day yesterday, some of the people that bought them and ripped them early. Good luck, Mitch. Mitch gave me a deal on a bunch of the stuff from last year to give away. Yeah, Erupt. The Erupt are pretty rare. Yeah, definitely. And you know, you've always got people that, oh, I don't get it, and take shots at it. Some people collect it, and yeah. That Black Cat we pulled last year, that sketch card, was huge. One of the biggest cards we've ever pulled in terms of value. Easily a top 5. No, it's a... So, yeah, it's both, really. All right, here we go. To the Moon Meerkat, to 150, Mitch. Yeah, there's a game and collectability. Hi, Nick. Befuddled Burglar. That looks like a young Mitch Barnes. Trying to steal a Jello pudding pop. Anchovy. Chris Brickley. He's a skills trainer. Chris Brickley. Competitive Clown. That's Jay, I think. There you go, if you know who Chris is. Forgiving Horned Frog to 50. You're doing all right, Mitch. There's a parallel anchovy. Articulate Armadillo. Decisive Duck. YOLO Yak. All right. Mitch got 2 numbered parallels. All right, let's do another one. And go. Ethan Perry's in there. We're due for a banger. This could be the one. Something face melting. You can get them out of a blaster too. Uh-oh, Miller's in. Miller has endless amounts of hobby resources. I remember a DM he sent a guy. He said, back off or you'll be sorry. Joe McGee, Jumpin' Joe. I am vice president of the Joe McGee fan club. Good luck, Joe. The Disney, Ninja's Disney break. I'll put it back up here. 3 for 30, Ninja? 3 for 30. The Disney Neon, Ninja said. Ninja said he would dress as your favorite Disney character when he rips it, if you can get it closed. You'll get, if you do the 3 for 30, you'll get 15 Disney characters total. 15 of them. And we mentioned yesterday, we'll do a pre-rip trade room in Discord and a post-rip trade room in Discord. So after he runs the random, Ninja, correct me if I'm wrong, after he runs the random, he'll post the results in the trade room. We'll give you guys a day or whatever to make trades, and then he'll rip it. And then after the rip, you guys, almost like before shipping notes, you can do post trades after the rip to help you guys get what you want. Is that right, Ninja? We'll do before and after trades. That way, in case you don't watch it live, we'll post the random results. So buy 1 spot or buy 3 spots, get between 5 and 15 characters, work out deals. Like I know Eloy is obsessed with Mulan. He might want to wheel and deal and trade all his characters for Mulan. Yeah. Then we'll work on Eloy's WNBA break. All right, good luck, Joe. Which I've also got in here too. It's a select WNBA blaster case. $45, and that's going to rip Saturday. All right, here we go. All right, so the next character behind this one, I want you to type the first person in our group you think of when you see this. Here we go. Less than 30 a blaster. 3 for 30, guys. Disney. Disney till your face melts off. Pre-rip trades and post-rip trades. All right. First member you think of in our group, in our community. Here we go. And it is Kind Warrior. Who's that remind you of? Let's see what you come up with. Let's see how many of the same answers we get. Monday Mole. Don't say mole. Glowing glowworm. Mitch had a glowing glowworm. Turned out there was some radioactivity at the plant. Flex and Fox. No kidding, Mitch. Thanks for hooking me up. Mitch told me because I can't find any anywhere. He's been sandbagging. All right, we got another battle. Optimistic otter and practical peacock. Balance battle. Dope dodo. Competitive clown. Unwavering urchin. Upside down parallels in this. Sensitive centipede. Gifted gopher. GameStop and Target, guys. For you guys that won the EQL drop, I mean, it's an easy flip. I'm also a possible buyer, or it's an easy flip. All right, let's do another one. Oh, I almost duplicated the Disney break. All right, there you go. Here's another one. Yeah, I've not been out looking for them yet. The Target closest to me, Mitch, never has anything. They're still trying to get rid of like 75 of last year's Prism football blasters. All right, Rosen's in again. Frozen Rosen. Good luck, Davey. It is. For some people, it is their work. Bid till you puke tonight. Hoping for a bunch of new people, too. None of them are here now, but let's hope they show up tonight. Big League Chew, is that still a thing? Gary gets here, we'll rip the hobby packs. Notorious Ninja. Possibly one of my favorites. I like Entrepreneur Elf, too. All right, whoever this is behind Flex and Fox, give me the first hobby member you think of when you see this. Here we go. Heart Trooper to 75. Heart Trooper to 75. Ponder it from all angles. Consider it cowboy. Moral Monkey. Another balance battle. Accountable Ant. Happy Hermit Crab. Lit Lamb. Outgoing Octopus. Offense-oriented Orangutan. This would not be for the Detroit Lions. Easy there, Jay. Easy. Gentle Giant. Jolly Jack O. It's a pretty badass heart trooper. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that was pretty cool last year, Miller. So my wife wants to meet him. She's going to come to National just for a day in hopes to meet him. All right, that was for David Rosenkrantz and Guildenstern. All right, let me check and make sure I don't have any other messages. Hang on. All right, I'm back. I'm back. All right, we have time for another one. Another one. Ethan Perry. He is the first bid guru. Ethan, what are you doing all summer? Still at Seinfeld's house. Is that where he was? Is that what you're doing all summer, Ethan? Baseball and flipping singles? Yeah, I was showing your stream to somebody the other day. I was like, this dude's... Aren't you like 14? I'm like, he's crushing it. He's a superstar. Yeah. I was bragging about you. I said if something ever happened to his family, I'd probably try to adopt him. Ethan, I'd adopt you, have you move here, and then I'd cancel your percentage on the platform, and I would just have you pay me out of your pocket. Is what I would do. Good luck, Miller. Yeah, I would. Dude, you'd never run out of Hot Pockets. You'd just make me a list. Whatever you wanted, man. I'd never make you eat vegetables. I don't care if you brush your teeth. Yeah. We just flip singles. Ethan, you could probably stream 8 hours a day if you wanted to. Just sit here and do nothing but stream singles for me. I'd even chain you to the table if you wanted. Put like a coffee can here for restroom breaks. Yeah. You don't even need a driver's license. I'd have somebody drive you. All right, good luck, Miller. Yeah, you'd spend the rest of your life selling singles on this channel. Oh, look what we got, Miller. Yeah, Mitch's swipe card won't let him in. He doesn't have access for a little bit yet. For a second, that said River Phoenix. I'm like, what? Conviction cockroach. Jay, you've got a couple convictions, right? That might be Jay's PC. Outgoing octopus. Profound possum. Very, 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 very lucky black cat. The neon. Bleak deal penguin. Macho Manta Ray. All right, next one after Patient Pig. Tell me what hobby member you think of. First member that comes to mind. MBB community hobby member. Here we go. Ready? Your poor relationship with time is your biggest vulnerability. Yikes. You can't say me. Let's do a different one. Let's do a different one. Yeah, I don't want any hurt feelings today. Let's do the next one instead. Let's pass. Yeah, what do you mean, you people? Let's do the next one. Bashful blobfish. Candid clownfish to 25, Miller. Orange. Technically a color match. It's a color match. You could tell when Gary was a kid, he did have what was the what were the little index cards that had all the exotic animals and stuff in it? Remember what I'm talking about? It was like a little set. Not every kid had them. You know what I'm talking about. It was like in a green box. And it had all the obscure animals in them. There's a heart trooper for you, Miller. Dapper Dachshund. Sincere Skunk. Not Alf. Yeah, I thought of Brandon when I saw the blobfish. A bunch of you guys are going to walk away from this going, I wonder if I need to be better at managing my time. Okay, let's do one more. And the answer is yes. I should post. Hey, somebody take a screenshot of this. Let's see who feels like being funny today. Where's it at? Just go post this in draft number 2. Just go post that in draft number 2. Just one of you. Someone call it out. Jay, that's a good job for you. Post that in draft number 2. Nope, Phil's got it. Phil loves pissing people off. All right, let's do one more. Phil did it. Phil did it. All right, MTV Mike's in the lead. In the 40s, that's a pretty fair price for these. That's pretty fair. 45 is fair. 47, you guys are just degenerates. It's crazy. All right, Joe McGee again. Let's do it. What's up, Colby? Colby's been spying on us the whole time. Colby, if you're here, who's helping me get the Clarity Act to pass? So I can cash in some Bitcoin and take care of you guys. All right, good luck, Joe. Joe, will I see you in Chicago? All right. Colby, DM me later. All right, next one after this one, tell me what community member. Here we go. This makes you think of. I think they just said Gary would be 8 more minutes late. I think that's what the message just said. Kind Warrior, we already did that one. Let's do the next one. Profound Possum, guys. Who's our profound possum? Here's the traits. Can clearly see the why behind the what. We need some of those. Can see the why behind the what. I say Ivan. That's Ivan. That's where I go for my logic. That's his competitive advantage. That's the first one I think of. What's up, Brent? Common Sense Cow. I wonder if he's related to Cosmic Cow. Remember? Monroe. Ambitious Angel and Patient Pig. Balanced Battle. I think the way the auction break for tonight's set up is all the battles are one spot. So you would get all of them. Pretty sure. Somebody can go check and see. But I think you will get all of the battles. Tough to beat a worm from the dirt. Couldn't agree more. Jumpin' Joe McGee. All right, let me check this message real quick. There's Emily. Hi, Emily. Did I miss Gary too? Oh, Gary snuck in. I was checking the text message. All right, let me send Gary the invite. We're just ripping some blasters here. All right, Gary, invite coming. As soon as these guys slow down, so I can click your name. The floodgates are open. All right, I'm going to type Gary's name and then send him the invite. You gotta be careful. If I invite the wrong Gary, it's going to get awkward. I don't want Gary Sinise showing up. Would still be cool, but not today. All right, there's the invite. All right, let me flip this around. Dude, what is up?
What is up, homie? Great to see you.
We just did this a year ago.
It's amazing. It goes, life goes fast.
Yeah, I guess I've got to pull another Black Cat one of one sketch again this year.
I mean, that would make me very happy. That
All
would
right,
make me
so
very happy.
people tell me, ask them about the Knicks game. So I'll give you like a minute for your elevator pitch Knicks story.
Well, first of all, I want to bring value to the community here. So if they want to talk about the Knicks or the Jets preview or kabooms or, obviously we're here about this, but I have a funny feeling the people in this room know what that's about. And I would, listen, the math speaks for themselves. On VeeFriends, if you just go to eBay or 130 pointer card ladder, you'll know everything you need to know of like, oh shit. As far as the Knicks, dude, here's the actual truth. The actual truth is seeing this run through the eyes of my 13-year-old son is even more impactful than I'm so grateful for the last 30 years of pain because if this happened earlier, I wouldn't have been able to have this shared experience with my son. And my son is Knicks Jets, whereas I'm Jets Knicks. My son, just to give you context about my son, he literally watched every game of the 17-65 Knicks of 2017 or whatever year that was. So he's a diehard. It's his number one. So that is I can't even, for every father in here or mother who is passionate about sports and is sharing an experience or had the luxury of sharing that kind of experience. And I got lucky because I have an 11-year younger brother, AJ, who I've been able to share, especially those 2000, those Bart Scott, Mark Sanchez, Rex Ryan Jets. We went to 6 playoff road games together in 2 years in 2009 and 10 and won 4 of them. Lost in both AFC championship games. Those are memories I still cling on to and bring up. Me and AJ, he was in the building with my nephew Max sitting away from us, spent almost all of last night talking about the Monday Night Miracle Jets Dolphins game from, many years ago. But the stakes were so much higher last night. And then we got to storm the field and my son got to shake OG Ananobi's hand and thank him for what he did for him.
Oh wow,
And I'm like, this Nepo baby, this is insane. So
that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Well, I was happy for you, and I saw the footage and everything too. And yeah, it's pretty cool. And I know.
before you go any further, I need all 47, 48 people in here to say what's up, where you from, what you collect in the chat, because you know how much I adore you, buddy, and I want to know your people a little bit as well. So everybody, if you would appease me, Ninja Squirrels and everybody else, 10th inning, like let me know what you collect, who you collect, what you're into, and where you live. So what else is going on? What else do you want to know? What else can I tell you about the Knicks, the Jets, or VeeFriends, or anything?
So tell these guys everywhere they can go look around and find them because I've got guys that are finding them, guys that are striking out, and I just want to make sure we cover all the bases.
Look, it's I'm scared to send anybody everywhere because people, this, like even like I got a bunch of messages from my hardcore collectors who've been collecting for years saying like they're in line at GameStop. Everyone's there to buy and flip Pokemon. And within like 5 minutes, they start looking up what VeeFriends is selling for on eBay and they see it's 3 times the price and they're buying it up. So, you know, it's Target's been everyone was going around. So this is a big year for VeeFriends. We have mega boxes and blasters in GameStop, Dick's, and Target. So this a lot of new people are about to discover it. Target, it seemed, has a different system, so they were actually not in stores yesterday. So ironically, I have a funny feeling some people here are gonna see VeeFriends at Targets this weekend because it's a delayed putting out there and it's kind of fun. It's kind of hard to find. I think very quickly here, especially now that people have figured out the calculus on how hot the inserts are. Obviously, we have a kaboom like insert called Erupt, one in every 10 cases. It's actually drawn by the original kaboom artist, Gilia Namath. And so yesterday's comps 8,000, 9,000, 7,000, 5,000, 6,000. Even people that think this is MetaZoo and think I'm a scam, it's hard to look away from those kind of numbers. And then the biggest thing for the people in this room, this is the girl dad product. That's been the other new theme. So many dads and some moms, but so many dads have 2 or 3 kids. 1 or 2 of them are into cards often, not always. The girl is not as much into it. And this has been something that they've started collecting together. They did it mainly because the daughter was attracted to the characters, but then they looked them up on eBay and 130 point and card ladder, like, wait a minute. And then they realized what I'm really doing here, which is I'm not building Pokemon, I'm building Sesame Street. These characters are actually trying to help parents raise better kids. This product is trying to change the world in a positive. I want to, in the card world, I want to move people away from being gamblers to being collectors and building community. So less gambling, more collecting and community. And so once people get, you know me a little bit. So once people get off the facade of like me, I'm an influencer and I'm a businessman and what's is this meta, once if they first like, and that's why I like doing things like this. One person who collects, I was seeing, Kobe and, if you're DK and you collect Indiana, Griffey, Jordan, Kobe, unless you're a hardcore Gary Vee guy, it's unlikely that you've walked into VeeFriends. But if you're that same awesome dude with the Colts logo and you have a 6-year-old and you actually spend 15 minutes listening and watching and then you're like, this is amazing, and you want to open it with your cards. And then when you realize, like, if you open it with your card and you could talk about, I mean, look at this card. This is called a balanced battle. This is the candid clownfish and the compassionate catfish, right? So you could be candid with people that you love while still being compassionate to them, right? Like when your kid falls in love with Moral Monkey and they're like, "Hey dad, what's moral mean?" When that dad, when the guy who collects Penny Hardywell and Pistol Pete, like, again, and I don't expect that guy unless they're deep Gary Vee. But when they listen to this interview and they're like, that's nice. And then it gets funny. So they start buying a box or two for their kids, something they want to do with them. Then they hit a fucking erupt. They're like, what's this shit? They go to eBay and they see it's $6,000. And then the entrepreneur, because all of us here have that entrepreneurial thing too. And that's why it's been really fun. And then they come to the National Fanatics Fest. Oh, they see our booth. They come over, and you know this. We're the fucking kindest motherfuckers in this game. They come over, they're like, these are real people. And then they meet me and they're like, wait a minute, this guy's humble and kind of quiet, like not like, and then all of a sudden it's just like a whole different, and the other, there's literally people here that are like, that's stupid 5 minutes ago. And right now, even after 5 minutes, they're like, well, if that's true, I could see myself liking this.
Yeah, the most accessible person there, and my wife's going to come to the national, first one for a day, and going to meet you too. And I've many people, the most accessible person there at the national, and you just walk up, and it's awesome. And we've converted a lot of people too that thought the same thing until they met you, and and here they are. And it's funny, we wanted to bring VeeFriends guys over here, and we've converted the sports guys into VeeFriends too. So I love it. And
My
yeah,
favorite thing, I just sent a tweet. I hope a couple people just came from my tweet to come over here. My favorite thing is when I take a VeeFriends only person who never collected anything in life, and then I go into one of your breaks and I see them buying baseball from you. I'm like, wait a minute, Ronnie's buying baseball series 2 times. So it's fun. It's fun on the intermingling. Everyone can win. Someone collecting Pokemon or MetaZoo or Pudgy Penguins or Marvel or Disney, I don't view that as competition. I view that as like, good for them. And I think about the world as and, not or. And I definitely do. I will say a public service announcement, not direct at VeeFriends, though it touches on it. I do think a lot of people here need to start collecting non-sports cards a little bit, especially if they're not pure collectors. If you're someone who's an investor slash flipper, I do see an extreme explosion of the Comic Con crew coming to trading cards. I'm very bullish vintage Marvel, 66 Donruss. I'm very vintage 66 Batman. My number one thing I'm buying is 1940 Superman gum ink. So I think people should look under the hood a little bit.
you can't see them, but I'm a huge Elvis guy, and my puppy
Love,
took me up for
love, I
$78.
love. I love that. By the way, this means everything to me. I just see who is that. Goats card breaks. You handed my son a graded VeeFriends card 2 years ago at the National. That to me is everything.
Trade night.
That to me is everything. Like it's that to me is everything. I don't know what else to say. Like, and what I know, think of how fun this is for me. So I give a kid a graded thing. I also know that I'm going to really cook and I'm going to make this actually happen. And like in 13 years, that card's valuable. It's like, like it's likely a card. Like I gave many kids graded things 3 years ago, 4 years ago, even before trade night, just on the floor.
Oh yeah.
And Series 2 TCG.
Mhm.
And I know that it's at the bottom of a box right now or, in a drawer. And I just get excited about that kid's, literally, I'm saying this, that 9-year-old's child in 26 years discovering it and be like, Dad, you know we have a $300 VeeFriend in your closet back at Pop Pop's house, right? You know, so like that to me is like, that to me is the most exciting.
Yeah, and those memories, I mean, for a lot of people, that's how they got into collecting. Going back to, we give away cards at the minor league games and things like that. And for a lot of people, that's their first experience with cards. And I love that too. And here's my industry conference card. I should have flipped it right out of the conference because it was a couple $100 and I'm still sitting on it. But
Yeah, it's like 40,
yeah.
$50 right now. I saw that. I was blown away by those numbers. By the way, I can't make Jellycat cards because I don't own Jellycat. But tell your granddaughter that I'm very aware of what's going on with stepdaughter, excuse me. What's going on with Jellycats, and it is very much on my radar to potentially do a collaboration with them at some point. What an incredible collectible that was.
Hey, so I before you got here, we did some hobby packs. If you've got a minute, we're gonna crack open some hobby packs for these guys and just talk about some of the newer characters and give us.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let me.
And do you have and do you have any other VeeFriends in the store right now for people to buy after I leave?
So we've got the auction break for tonight. So
Nice.
We're still pumping it. It rips at 9 o'clock. The bidding goes all the way up until 9 o'clock. Whoever
I'll
wins,
pump it a little more too, but everyone here,
right.
I cannot explain. If you're lucky enough to be able to afford a spot and you want a little entertainment value, because obviously breaking's got its downside if you don't hit, but I could not push you more to get a spot or two. It's a fun way to start your journey a little bit too. You kind of fall in love with the character, blah, blah. So love that. All
So
right.
on ours, Gary, nobody walks away empty-handed. Whoever wins the most auctions gets a blaster. Anybody that wins 2 or more auctions is entered for a blaster. I stocked up on super stickers from last year for the
I love it.
and I can't tell you how I got these. I have a bag of vending balls.
Let's go.
Any first timers that come over, nobody walks away empty-handed. First timers, anybody that skunks, we're taking care of all of them. So
Ninja Squirrel asks a great question. Did you personally imagine all of the characters? Yes, I did, my friend. There's actually going to be a documentary one day because I filmed every minute of these 10 days that I went off the grid during COVID in Malibu by the beach, just got into my creative zone. But even more fun, watch this. I'm going to wait for our friend here to open the first pack. I'm going to ask him to do something. I think you're going to really enjoy this, Ninja.
all right, so let me pull up.
By the way, the fact that it's Ninja Squirrel cards and we have a Notorious Ninja and a Sharing Squirrel, I think like Ninja Squirrel already has their favorite 2 characters. Yeah.
Easy.
And Sharing Squirrel is such a good one. All right, go ahead, bro.
Okay, so real quick, I'm going to give these guys. Watch out!
Oh, we have an ox. The ox is actually one of my favorite. There's an ox called OG Ox. He's the OG. He's kind of like a Yoda. We haven't developed him yet, but you'll see.
So real quick here, I'm going to give these guys another chance. Watch how cheap this is, Gary.
I'm happy to do it, Jeremy. Go ahead, brother.
All right, so $16 a pack. It's limit 1, guys.
By the way, $35 a pack on all the breaks I was on yesterday. This is the best prices I've seen on packs.
There you go. Limit 1, guys. All right, so I just need to pull
literally
up
best price.
And also,
Did you get one?
What?
$16 hobby pack.
No,
Yeah.
It's the best price.
I gotta jump on. I don't have my set up.
When's my next thing?
That's what I'm talking. 1:30.
Okay, good. Go ahead, brother. It's
Exactly.
amazing.
flip the orders. And also officially
He's like,
in a business capacity, welcome to district. I couldn't be more pumped, dude.
Oh yeah, bro. Wait till you see what I'm gonna do to help you. You're gonna be pumped with me.
All right, so here we go. First one is
This.
Mitch Barnes.
Barnes.
Oh.
I know. I need a bell when every time someone buys one. I just need to be belled the fuck out.
Emily, get on it.
All right.
All right, good luck, Mitch.
Bells. I just get a physical bill.
All right. Is it Ninja Squirrel or Squirrel? Ninja Squirrel. Ninja Squirrel. Watch this. You're gonna die fly. Adaptable alien. Oh, Mr. Beast off the bat. A Mr. Beast insert. That's gonna get some of your kids excited. And the versatile Viking. All right, now show the back before you move on. Show the back.
Back of the wrapper.
Back of the all 4 cards, if you may,
All right.
please. Ninja Squirrel. Watch this. You're gonna love this. Not only did I invent them, I drew them all. These are the original doodles because I doodle a bunch. These are the original doodles of these characters. I wanted the provenance and the essence and the truth. I am, to me, more Jim Henson, Stan Lee, Walt Disney. I thought it was important if I was going to build the next big intellectual property that I myself had to draw every character. And obviously, I'm not a comic artist or fucking Pablo Picasso, but I'm a decent doodler. Show that Viking again.
All right.
I might not be Jackson Pollock, but like, it's not the worst.
No.
It's not the worst.
Yeah.
I'm a doodler.
All right. Mike Rotolo. Good luck, Mike. So I normally use OBS for my streaming.
Yes, you can,
But
Ox.
I've
If
got
you put Ox, if you get all the Mr. Beast slots everywhere, if you pull the 1-on-1 Superfractor auto, you might be able to get an island.
all right. That was Mike. On our when we've got a live guest, I've got to use the old school, just the iPhone.
MG Blue Moose, you saw Doggy Daycare, the comic book. Oh, by the way, that's a big one. Everybody who collects comics. Anyone here collect comics? Can somebody put in VeeFriends.com/comics? You will be blown away. David, Bill, you will be blown away. J. Scott Campbell, Jay Lee. Who else? Mahfood.
Frank Cho's about to do.
Frank Cho. Look at this. A J. Scott Campbell comic for #1. Our comic world is massive.
Bill Sienkiewicz.
Bill Sienkiewicz. Our comic world is huge. Go to VeeFriends.com/comics. We have some comics for free on there that you can read. But again, if you go to eBay, you'll be blown away by the secondary.
All right, next
All right,
week.
go ahead, my friend. Yeah, Bill. Pretty impressive, right? Like, we're not bullshitting. And DJ Kaufman, I don't know how nerdy you are, but if you know who Jim Rugg is, Jim Rugg has joined the VeeFriends comic team full time.
Peace
One
out.
of the most important.
All right, here's
There's
our
some
first
memes.
balance battles.
Love it. Practical Peacock versus Optimistic. Oh, the boys were asking me. We took out Blobfish. We killed Blobfish remember we're gonna do Blobfish and Tidy Troll as a balance bat. Did we kill it?
We killed it.
Okay, cool.
Mike.
Go ahead, my friends.
All right. So we'll have a Sapphire again this year too, right? It
Yeah, Sapphire will be out in 30 days or so. So everyone look for that. That's coming out. Alert Ape,
was nuts last year.
Macro, Micro.
Reliable
blue,
at 150.
Let's go. Here's another fun thing to talk about. We want to change. One of my biggest missions with VeeFriends is changing perception. It's why our logo, our Charizard, our Pikachu, our Mickey Mouse is the very, 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 very lucky black cat. I think, as any of us over 30 in this chat know, being a rat was the worst. That's someone who stabs you in the back. But notice how our rat, if you can show the rat again, please.
Yeah.
Notice how our rat is known as the reliable rat. We want to change negative perceptions. And so we're excited about that as well.
That blue just pops too. Hey, so you met my friend Jeremy Miller last year and had a nice interaction.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Good luck, Miller.
Who in the chat is literally being exposed to VeeFriends for the first time right now and is actually impressed and or intrigued or fuck it, all in already? Productive Puffin on the chalkboard. You're gonna die, fly. Steadfast Snake. Love it.
So Gary, my community's been together about 8 years. This is actually the 8-year anniversary. We started in June. And as I was doing these, I said, guys, the next card I pull, name the first MBB community member you think of when I see the card. And it was the one about
Thank you,
your
Kevin.
MB was managing your time. And
Oh, that's awesome.
it got personal real quick, so we had to move on.
I got it. Got it.
All right, Patrick, good luck.
All right, Patrick. Is Patrick Williams forward bull?
No.
Okay.
And we've narrowed it down that it was not. We've had a couple of those.
The boss. Perspective pigeon. Caring camel.
Stoic slime.
That's a big one. I'm a very big fan of stoicism. OG Ananobi is going to make me go from being an extrovert to a stoic introvert.
All
Did you
right.
see his interview last night? He's like,
Everyone seemed to be excited.
seems like everyone's excited.
All right, this is F.
Guy literally made a play. Just so you know, the John Starks dunk, we lost that series. And that was the second round of the playoffs. That John Starks dunk, that if you're in New York, has been played 47 trillion times, was a play that happened in a series that we lost in the second round of the NBA playoffs.
All right, this is
That was game 4, game winner, improbable play of the NBA final. I mean, the consistent. By the way, this is an important character. If everybody's looking for one that's underrated talk about underrated, the thing I'm talking about,
Let me
consistency.
see what they said.
Consistency is incredible. And by the way, everybody who's a dad or a mom, the other thing that's great about these cards is getting your kids to read it in the back. Look at the quote and look at the competitive advantage. By the way, a lot of you as professionals and parents and executives and entrepreneurs could use some of consistent Cougars advice here.
What's funny is when I was a teen, my first job, my boss was like, "Oh yeah, anybody can do it for a day or two. You've got to do it consistently." And yeah, that stuck with me. It's funny. I mean, that's the
Oh,
big thing.
by the way, Articulate Armadillo is a character I'm excited about developing in comic books soon. Little alpha there.
All right, next is Kara. Kara, are you here?
Katie for 12. Honestly, Katie for 12. Oh, there's the sharing. Go back to sharing squirrel. I want to make sure Ninja sees it. Ninja, you still in here? Ninja, you in here? Look at that sharing squirrel in full action. That looks like OG. The sharing squirrel looks like OG tipping it in. That, wait a minute, the acorn, that's not one of the variants.
No.
Should have been. That acorn would have been perfect.
We thought about it.
I remember.
Oh, I did. I need to read up on the variants.
Andrew Nash's favorite OG.
Empathy Elephant, one of my favorites, one of the biggest ones. Here comes an insert. The flexing fox on the chalkboard. Look at these inserts. Like Ben, tell me how good these inserts are in real life.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I think are they averaging one a box on the blasters? Because I cheated and opened a blaster for myself. God forbid I replaced myself.
I don't
I
think they're
love them.
guaranteed in a blaster. I think you did well there.
Yeah.
And
No,
there's
I
the
like-
modest moose. Yes, Anbag.com's got the greatest tool. I don't know if you've got a laptop by you. You should go to Anbag.com, like ANNEBAGG.com, like the way Fallow put in the chat. What an incredible tool she did for breaking.
I shared that and posted it in a couple places because I loved it. I mean she went all out. It was
E. Perry said, first time seeing this, bought a pack. E. Perry, what's intriguing to you about this? And have anybody that's new to this gone to eBay or 130 Point and did a little searching while this is happening? And are you completely blown away by what's going on?
the numbers are
It's
crazy.
not only the numbers, it's the amount of sales every day. One of my favorites on the Tenacious.
Little fact about E. Perry, he streams on my channel every week. He's
Love.
14 and he's freaking destroying it.
Let's go, Perry.
Custom singles. Yeah.
Forthright Flamingo, one of my daughter's favorites. Well-connected werewolf. I love this for all the... And the Gritty Ghost. By the way, let me give you a fun fact, everyone. We have short prints this year on the Gritty Ghost. There's a short print. I'm about to get a lot of you saying cool in the chat because this is just cool. That Gritty Ghost, which I love very much. When Ben turns it around, I'm going to give you the punchline. There's a variant that you'll get this card and the ghost won't be there. It'll just be a complete blank card because he's hiding from you.
Nice.
Yeah. No Bigfoots, Mikey. Not yet. There is thoughts. We're now 5 years in. There is thoughts to creating new VeeFriends for different reasons over the next half decade. So we'll see.
So about a day or so in, has it blown away because it would be crazy versus last year, but the hype, it's still over the top versus last year too, and people were more prepared for it,
Yeah, I feel like every year it's going to grow. Like, I'm very confident. You know this about me, brother. You know my career. Like, I'm a real businessman. I'm a real guy. I'm patient. I'm strategic. Oh, manga. These mangas are incredible.
That is cool.
That is fresh.
That's for Phil.
Phil, that's a nice one, brother. And so no, I actually I'm still back to I sat first row behind the Knicks bench last night, and it was really good experience for my son. He got to see the Knicks down 25, and he saw Brunson, Jose Alvarado, Josh Hart, different times and different timeouts leading the huddle and saying, like, let's stay quiet. Don't listen to the crowd. Don't worry about the refs. We've come back for more, And so, for me, I'm still in the pocket right now. I'm not taking anything for granted. Yesterday was a good day, but I want you to be successful financially with your breaks. I want new people to be onboarded right now. I'm not in a place where I can be blown away, excited, or even disappointed. I'm in pocket. I'm
Sure.
on the court right now with 13 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, down fucking 20. I'm not down. In my scenario now, I'm up 7, which is, by the way, the Spurs were the ones that were vulnerable last night going into the fourth. They got comfortable. Like just because yesterday was a massive success and everyone's freaking out, this needs to be sustained. It can't be a quick burst. And so that's why I'm sitting with you here, trying to onboard. But think about this. I'm here right now for 15, 20 minutes. You know how long and valuable my time is. I don't have the luxury of this. I'm sitting here, there's 53 people in here, and I'm talking like 5 or 6, hoping with like 5 or 6 I can go very deep with and they become long-term collectors. Think about that insanity.
I get it. I get it, dude. And I appreciate the hell out of it too. And I get the mindset too, because I'm like, I have trouble accepting the win in the moment because I'm like, we're not there. The job's not finished. It's not finished. And I'm the same way because I'm like,
I love this
we're
mindful
not.
Minakawa, likable leopard, cutie. Motivated Monster, big one. If you notice, bottom left corner, first Chrome. This is our second year with Chrome. This is one of our biggest characters. It's his first Chrome. That's what's going to make these set. In fact, is anyone here a wax collector flipper? Like you're really strategic and wax is one of the best ways to hedge a bet. Anyone here say wax? If anyone here is a wax collector flipper and realizes that's a good way to win in trading cards because your downside is much less. Your upside's really big if it's a good rookie class. You look even at football, they already had Josh Allen, Lamar, and now Darnold's spiked for you, making that wax even more valuable. I would tell anyone who's a wax collector, if you're getting intriguing, getting deep, go buy some boxes of hobby of this and just, if you're a normal person, you can afford a box or two, go get a box or two. Obviously, if you're a baller, get a sealed case of this. This is going to be a wax set that is going to really matter. Time to go. All right, everybody, I got to run.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Gary.
E. Perry, there's a lot of big fish characters. By the way, the fish comic hasn't come out yet, right? Okay, that was
Either of them, kind
so
of.
that was a little alpha for the archer. E. Perry, the fish are about to have their moment. There's a lot of fish characters. In fact, E. Perry, there's a fuckload of fish. Here's one of them. It's Chovy time, baby. It's Chovy time. E. Perry, go to VeeFriends.com and on the menu there's characters. Discover all 250 characters, everyone. Oh, VeeFriends.com/quiz before I leave. VeeFriends.com/quiz, VeeFriends.com/Chrome, VeeFriends.com/comics. Those 3 websites, 1 hour on each of them, and you will be a fucking G and a leader and early to VeeFriends if you're interested.
Hey, I will see you at National, and I love you, man.
Love you back, brother. Take care of yourself.
See ya. All right. Where does that leave me? Mike Jones. Mike Jones. Yeah, it was fun, wasn't it? Jay, thanks for not embarrassing us if you're still here. What's up, Fialo? Yeah, we'll probably do some more blaster auctions here in a minute. Let me get through these packs real quick. Yeah, Miller. Yeah, give me a minute to get through these boxes. Fiala, you know about the auction break for tonight, right? Look at this, 50. Hermit crab and accountable ant to 50. No, not yet, Joe. Joe, we haven't ripped the second box yet. That's to 50. Profound possum manga. Derek, did you catch any of that? Yeah, pretty crazy, huh? Yeah. He's been when I see people say stupid stuff on Twitter, that dude's been so good to me. Since like a year into this, he followed me one day and I sent him a message, and he's been awesome ever since. Everybody I've ever taken over to him to meet him, he's been super kind and generous with his time. All right, that was for Mike Jones. Matt Lockwood. Fiala, you said you do know about the auction tonight? Yeah, we'll be back for that auction. You can bid all the way up to like 9 o'clock. Let me get through this box and kind of see where I'm at. At some point, we want to switch it back to OBS too. Yeah. Anaconda, 199. Heart Trooper. You guys were great too. Thank you. Not yet, Andrew. You're 2 away. I got Farb and then Andrew to close out the first box. Yeah, and I mean, we could have charged a lot more for these. I'm not going to do that. I get so much more value out of the experience. All right, Farb, you're next. There's so much more to gain by sharing this journey with you guys versus how much money can I make. This is for Farb. Yeah, where else are you going to get a dude's time like that for that long? Yeah, that's where I was going with it too, Miller. All right, this is for Hofferbert. Did that really happen, Andrew? Forever Phoenix. That's pretty cool. I mean, I can't draw anything. If you find Craig Newman, Newmy, I drew a picture of 2 stick figures. One was me and one was Newman. And I think I kicked him in the nuts. He might have that. Gar, zebra. I think Newman still has that. All right, let me go to the second box. Now, in the second one, is it 18 different people or no? Yeah, I mean, you heard him. They're kind of, he didn't want to commit to sending you to this specific place because they might be out of them, so. All right, Mike Hoffman, welcome. I knew a Mike Hoffman when I was a kid. Let me grab some more blocks for these. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? I mean, it's funny till you see a card go for $5,000, you know? No, I'm not super worried about it, Ninja. I don't know. Did anybody else buy one in each one? I never really specified. I'm not super worried about it. All right. Welcome, Mike. Yeah, like I said, it's cute and goofy and whatever until you pop a frickin' monster. All right. Good luck, Mike. Mike, I will cover shipping if it's your first purchase here, which I'm pretty sure it is. Are you here, Mike? I will cover your shipping. Kyle Jackson, Mongrel. Gaming's most recognized global icons and one of Fortnite's most watched creators globally, known for his in-game skills and energetic personality. Fortnite Championship Series Grand Finals winner, 7-time Grand Finals qualifier. Brave Bison manga. Pretty good start there, Mike. There's Hoff. Don't hassle the Hoff. All right, Mike. Mike, I will also send you a super sticker. I just drew this randomly, Empathy Elephant. I'll also put that in your stack. Mike, you know about the auction break tonight, right? I need everybody and their brother bidding. Next up is Jay. Mike, the question was, do you know about the auction break tonight? Gifted gopher, calm clam. Get your bids in. Bid till you puke, guys. Bid till you puke. Next up is Ninja. Ninja. Forever Phoenix. Productive Puffin. Whoever wins the most auctions gets their own blaster. Anybody that wins 2 or more auctions is in a second chance drawing for a blaster. Your $6 shipping covers all your auction wins. So if you win 20 characters, it's just a flat $6. If you win 3, it's a flat $6. If you win 50, it's $6. If you win 2, it's $6. If you win 1, it's $6. Good luck, Ethan. $6 covers it. E. Perry. Nice. Competitive clown. Ethan, did you like I gave you a little shout out there? I'm going to steal you is what's going to happen. I think I'm going to try to steal you. All right, Eloy's next. Don't ever let me know you're home alone. We're going to steal you. Hype horse to 150 and a sperm whale. Yeah, but seriously about stealing you. There you go, Eloy. Eloy's probably more excited about the sperm whale. Bid it up. Like I said, I might be the first breaker that doesn't crush hobby box auction breaks. Just because of how we're doing it. But all right, next up is Phil Moore. I suppose we could do it like this for transparency. Phil Moore. Everybody else will probably make 50x their money, but that's okay. If we were just about money, we'd be doing it different. Beaver. All right, Phil, where is your stack at? There it is. Oh, yeah. Jason Krause. I think somebody from his team bought one, maybe, or tried to. Yeah, the guys, I think these are going for $400 a box. Pretty sure. Yeah, Mike Jones bought a second one, it looks like. Yeah, $400 a box. Detailed-oriented Dumbo octopus. We've shocked people before with our prices. Mike Jones. One day we're just going to price something high and see if people say anything. Mike Jones. You guys are supposed to say who? It's fine, Mike. Anchovy. I technically didn't say anything. I'm not even worried about it. Yeah, he loved Ninja Squirrel. He's one of the 2 or 3 non-relatives. Caleb. Caleb, or Ninja, you might be in the next product. Ninja Squirrel. I don't know what your traits will be because you really have no mentionable skills. Breaks that go on forever. Maybe that's it. All right, Brent, you're next. Maybe that's the skill. Filibuster breaks. Coffee aficionado. All right, good luck, Brent. All right, someone just bid on Calm Clam. I think there's still a ton of $1 and $2 spots, guys, as far as bids. Aspiring Alpaca to 25. I mean, think about what you guys did to me. You called me out on the time management. Brent, I think you've got some other stuff here too, but I think you were in a Series 2 break. Yeah, guys, grab the one that's meaningful to you. Like Eloy will probably bid up that sperm whale. All right, Miller's back in. See, Miller got another one too. I'm not, like I said, I'm not super worried about it. This is Miller. Yeah, bid on the one that specifically, hell, you might get a VeeFriends tattoo. Get a tattoo, and I'll chip in for it and show it to Gary at the National. Get it like a tramp stamp. That's one thing I don't think I've ever made him laugh. Definitely got different senses of humor. I can make anybody laugh. All right, Mitch Barnes. That'd blow his mind. I don't know that anybody else has a VeeFriends tattoo. All right, where's Mitch? There's Mitch. Mitch Barnes. They screw up and it says decisive dick. Content condor. Or it's content. Trusting tarantula. Mitch, these will go over huge on that other district. Just kidding. Mitch is off probation, guys, effective today. Doug Martin. Yeah, I will help pay for it. But I need a score. About 20 of us in the MBB community will vote on the tattoo. If it passes and achieves a certain score, I will chip in for it. If it fails, you're on your own. I'm not putting my name and brand on a shitty tattoo. Something you got in prison or something. No offense, Jay. Responsive RAM. All right, Colby. Oh, I'm sure we do. And we got a bubbly buzzard. It's the old Bugs Bunny. Bottom, 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 bottom. Buzzard. Who's that look like? You know what we need is one of those big caricature, like 20 of us, all in one picture. Somebody draws all of us and puts it in one picture. I would buy that. We'd mass produce that. We'd turn it into a card. Hofferbert, didn't I just have one for you? There it is. That's what we need. Like the G.I. Joe picture where it's got all the Joes in it and stuff. One with all of us, like the most senior members. Mint Mink, Outgoing Octopus, Dowden Dog. I'm good on AI. It'd probably look like shit. We'd all have extra fingers and stuff. Let's pay a real artist to do it. Let's feed an artist instead of AI. What do you think of that? Bill Grake. Let's support an artist. So we got a problem because I've got 4 spots and 3 packs. What happened? It oversold. Kyle Autry, you're getting squeezed. It oversold. Huh. That hasn't happened in a while. All right, this is Bill Grake. Yeah. Yeah, it sold 18 packs and it sold 19 spots. Oversold order. Right? I haven't ripped Bill Grake yet, right? Last one I just did was Hofferbert, correct? I'm ripping Bill now. Yeah, I just counted 19. I should have screwed one of those guys that bought a second one. Cut out of cards, Kyle. Kyle, will I see you Saturday at the show? I don't know how long I'll be there. Now I got to face Kyle in person. That's the worst part. Next one's Joe. I got to be accountable to him in person. Okay. I just got to refund you, Kyle. Let me make a note here. Or I can credit you on the next thing. It's up to you. I mean, you can have a $16 credit or $16 credit, or I can just flat out refund you. It's up to you. I'll turn the 16 into 20 if you want to use it like that. A $20 credit, or just give you back the 16. Hermit crab to 250. Catfish. We've not popped an auto yet. All right, so $20 credit. You write that down. You just sit on it and use it whenever. Chicken tenders at the show. Probably cover it. Next week, Inception, guys. Inception baseball and possibly Cosmic NFL and Cactus Jack basketball. Although that's not confirmed. Mike Y is next. Why? Because we love him. Okay, let's do one more auction. There you go. One more blaster auction. I've got megas coming, hobby boxes, blasters coming. The problem is I don't think any of it's going to be here until Friday. I mean, we can rip the hobby and some more blasters today or tonight during the character auction break. Get your bids in for tonight. All right, Rosen again. We can still rip that tonight, but I've got the hobby boxes for tonight. I've still got about a dozen blasters we can do some stuff with, but I've got a bunch of stuff coming tonight or tomorrow, and then some other stuff in route as well. Good luck, Rosen. So we'll rip the Brake Club drafts next. And I think I'm going to try to switch it over to OBS. It could be a total train wreck. We'll find out here soon. Could be super clunky and a little chunky and slightly funky. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Lickable leopard. It's likable, guys. Common sense cow. Cosmic cow was already taken. Monroe. Well, we're waiting. Gritty Ghost. Remember he said there's one where it's missing variant. I got to brush up on the variants. I am a David Rosen fan. All right, so how tough to switch this over is the question. All right, step one, I'd have to dump